My name is Maida. I am the worship shepherd. The theme of my devotion is God doesn't always give you what you want, but He will give what you need. The year is 1975. My first job after graduating from college was at a bank, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. The bank no longer exists. I was bored. During the year 1975, the San Francisco Police Department was ordered by the courts to hire more women and minority. Now I thought to myself, wow, that is what I want to be. And for those of you who thought, Maida, you are very small, the physical requirement was height proportionate to weight. It was during this time that I felt close to the Virgin Mary, the Mother of God. I still feel close to her. She's a special lady. I pray nightly to her and the Father. My dad owned and operated a corner grocery store. The children were mandated to work at the store. There was a lady customer who I was very close to. She bought me a 3-inch plastic statue of the Virgin Mary. I still have it, and it's always in my pocket. Back to the process of becoming a police officer. You had to pass a written test, a physical agility test, an oral interview, a psych evaluation, and an interview with the chief. Because I had a BA degree, I could bypass the written test. I had to mentally and physically prepare for the agility test. I devised my own physical training schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I would jog around the neighborhood at 5 a.m. Rain or shine, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I would lift weights in the garage. My biggest challenge was a 6-foot wall. I had to find opportunities. So here I'm at the bank, and I go to the women's restroom. I was alone, and I was going to try to climb over the stalls. I did it, but it caused a lot of rumble. And while the rumbling was happening, the bank president's secretary came in. She thought it was an earthquake. She was cool about it, and she didn't mention it to anyone. I put applications to various departments. City of Berkeley, and the test they had 2 walls, and I had to scale both. I scaled both. I didn't pass it because it was a mechanism that measured upper body strength. It was kind of like an upside down V, and I had to push the 2 ends together. Couldn't do it. Oakland PD. I actually passed, but I couldn't pass the oral interview. San Francisco PD. Couldn't pass the required time. San Mateo SO. I hate running. I couldn't run a mile under 2 minutes. The last test I took was with the BART PD. I had to run up an escalator that was coming down. I turned very shade of green. Finally, I put in a job at the Stanford University Department of Public Safety as a community service officer. I worked night. It was during this time that I got a job as a reserve deputy sheriff, level 1 non-gun bearing status. For 6 months, I volunteered at the women's jail and at the county fair. This was about the time I realized that I didn't want to become a police officer. I then went to the city of Palo Alto as a parking enforcement officer, had better benefits. I gave out parking tickets for a couple of years, and then I went to the finance department. After 13 years, I went to work for the city of South San Francisco as a parking enforcement officer for about a year. I needed to get closer to where we wanted the kids to go to school. I then became a payroll specialist for the PD. I did get asked by the police captain that hired me if I wanted to become a community service officer. A CSO takes traffic accident reports, serves subpoena, and tracks abandoned vehicle. Then he asked me if I wanted to become a police reserve. I said no, because I had little kids. Besides that, I was getting a little too old. I never became a police officer, but I believe that I am a better person for trying, a stronger person. I have friends who I've known for more than 20 years, and we still talk. The PD started having annual luncheons for retirees. So I get to see people once a year, and some people I see 4 or 5 times a year. Back to my theme, I never became a police officer, but I got lifelong friendships, and I took care of my family. Now I pray in the morning, I pray to the Father and to the Virgin Mary.